Morning, student. So, till last day, we have discussed about the Pandas series and what are the different attributes of this series. Today, we'll go further on how we can access different series element or how we can simply use those series element for different purpose. So, today we'll do first the first topic, that is accessing a series. Accessing a series and its elements should be our first topic. Good morning, Punit. So this is our first topic. We'll discuss it first. So how we can access a series, that is the first. So first we'll access one element in a series, or from a series. So let's see how we can do that. So here is our Python window is ready. So first of all, we'll import pandas as pd. We'll import it first, and as well as also we'll import the numpy. Then we'll import numpy. So or if we do any type of array based work, then we'll use the numpy. So first we have to create one series, and after that we'll see. So here I'm creating one series s1, for example. S1 equals to pd dot, so we will write pd dot series within bracket. Will pass to element 1, 2, 3, 12, 24, 36, 48, and 16, and let the index by default be by default. Okay, sorry, double equal to it has come. Error is there. So this is our series is ready. So let me take another series s2 also. So here I am taking pandas dot series. In this case, I will pass few letter as data. For example, A, then example B, then C, and D. This is our another series I'm creating, and here also let the index by default, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. So these are two series I have taken. So now let me print the series. This is my first series and this is my second series. So now, as I told, our today's topic is how we can access one element of series, any particular element. Just in case of array, we know that we can access the element by its index, and in the same way, here also, when we access an element, we want to access any particular element. In that case, also, we'll use its index. But we know that in case of series, the index are as well as printed in tabular form. So for example, if we want to fetch any element, for example, I want to fetch this 12 here. So what I can write here, s1 of, in bracket, I will mention its index. If we mention s1 of 0, so it will simply give us 12, because 0 within the 0 index, within the s1 0 index has the value 12. So in the same way, if we use s1 within box bracket 4, so it will give 6. But suppose we have to understand this point also. If we use h1 any unknown index, for example, if we use here a as an index, so let's see what will happen. It is showing us error because the key error because it does not have any proper index. Why? We can see here our index are 0 1 2 3 4, so that's why. So in the same way for s2, if we give for s2, if we use simply one index a, so there also no element are there as per index a2 a1 a, a 0 1 2 3 indexes are there, so we have to use the proper index so that it can fetch the element. So this is only called the things. For example, if you want to fetch s2, again here if we give s3, so it can fetch a proper valid element. It can fetch proper valid element. So this is the thing. Even uh, within the zero index, it cannot be possible. Within the same index, multiple value cannot be possible. That is not a series. Within one index, how it can be? Then what is the benefit of indexing? Indexing means whenever we are keeping the data, obviously we should keep in that way that if we fetch the index, we can get the value. That is only the benefit of series. So if we try to keep in one value, means multiple value within a single series, so it obviously not possible. General. So let's go for the second another example. Here already I have discussed this type of things. For example, let me take one series where within the same index multiple values are there. So here I'm taking one value 1 2 3 4 5, and let me take its index as index index equal to also I'm taking index 2 comma 2 comma or 2 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 2. For example, 5 index I'm taking in this way. We know that we can use the same index or multiple same index for different values. So if we print it, it will look like this. Now for this case, if we fetch case of 2, so it can fetch in this way. All the index, all the value related to that index 2, it will fetch. This is the concept. In that case, we can see that with the same value it is fetching multiple value. That's why it is again displaying like a series only, like a series, just like it's displaying the data type. So that this part we have to understand that whenever a series has with the same series is copied for multiple item or multiple data, in that case we can use this simply one index, and that can be used for multiple value. So this was the one thing. This is the first thing, just like how we can fetch any element of a series. This is the first thing. Next, we'll here is the first thing. Next, we'll keep the second one, or we'll do that is the very common to us already. In case of array, also we have learned extracting element, extracting element of a series, extracting element of a series. Extracting element of a series. This is the second question, second point. So how we can do that? Just like let me recall from array once so that it will be more understandable. If we take one array, simply I'm creating one simple array. A equals to np dot a range in bracket. I'm taking here 1 comma 10 comma 1. So it will create one array, and after that if we use simple indexing just like 1 colon 2, so it will fetch only 2 because from 1 to 2 minus 1 position. If we write here a in box bracket, if we write 0 colon 7 only, so in that case it will fetch up to from 0 to 6th element, 0 to 7 minus 1 6th element. Now in case of slicing, whenever we want to extract any element from a series, in that case the very first point we have to remember that slicing in case of this one, slicing in series takes place position wise, not with, not index wise. Index wise. Now, what does it mean? We have to understand this very important point. Where only one type of difference will come from the normal array indexing. So, we'll try to understand this process, these things. So, for that purpose, we can simply uh, use one series. So, let me create one example of series. Here I am taking another series. For example, I am creating one series of month. Here I am writing within the month series. I am writing pd dot series, within bracket. For example, I am writing few months name. For example, as a month name, I am writing here and then Feb in March. Okay, March. This is my data. And on the other side, I'm keeping my index as, for example, simply I'm taking 1 comma 2 comma 3. This is my index. So now if we print the series, it will look like this: 1 2 3, and this is my data. Now if we simply select this series, what is my series? Month is the series. Now I want to write the index in this way, or simply I want to index in this way. If we write here 1 colon, so what will come? Here we can see that February and March has came. Now what does it mean? Here very important point. Few more example we have to go. Let me create a few more examples so that it will be more understandable for us. So again I am taking another series, and after that as a whole we will understand what is the concept here it is telling. So let me take another series. Here I am taking 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, and beside that I am taking the index as simply 1 2, or let me take here index 4 5 6 7 8 9, or another index we have to take is 10. Let me take in this way. So this is my series. Now if we, sorry, there 7 index I have given by mistake. Here 10 will not required. So here is my series. You can see I have given my index on order 4 5 6 7 8 9. So now if we want to fetch element, so how we can fetch the element? So let's see. If we use here s of the last one only, just like that one, it will simply show the element leaving the first element, that is the rest element. If we simply use s of 2, in that case, sorry, mistake, not 2 actually, colon we have to do because we are doing slicing. So we can see that in that case it will start giving the value from the third index, that is the third index 6 7 8 9. In this case again, if we give here value s of 3, so it will simply remove, it will just start from fourth index. So this is the concept of series indexing. Whenever slicing, we want to make slice in a series. In that case, always it will start position from 1. That means, again let me display the series once. This is my series. So very first one, this is completely position 1. Next is position, sorry, this very first one is position 0, then position 1, then position 0, 2, in this way. That means if we draw a structure, let me copy this one so that we can draw a structure beside that. So this is my thing. Now if we want to write the position, so we can say this is position 1, this is position 1, this is position 2, not point actually, I want to mean this is the position. This is the position I want to mean. This is position 3, this is position 4. Extremely sorry. Here it will be position 0, then position 1, then position 2, then position 3, then position 3, position 4. It will be position 4, and it will be position 5. This is the concept of series indexing. In that case, always it will display the data as per position, not as per the index. Index will not be followed. But in case of array, we have seen always it has given the value as per index. If we simply, for this case, whenever we'll use, for example, I'm showing you here again one. If we use only s of 1 colon, s of 1 colon means it will start from here and it will give the rest. It will give the rest. So it will give the rest means it will then show us value from this to this. If we use value s of 3 colon, so what is the position 3? From here we have to understand this is the position 3, so it will start from here. It will start from here, from position 3. So then in this case it will give us value from this position. So this is the point that we have to understand, that from which position it is starting. I guess this point is clear. Any doubt is there, let me know. If anyone has any doubt, ask with doubt or query, so that I can switch to the next topic. Always here, in case this is the very important point, when in slicing in series, always it take position as per position, not as per index. Okay, let me take now one another example here, and the type of example, just like if you write s of 0. So s of, why we are taking position 0 4? No, we are not taking 0 4. To make you understand, in this way I'm just writing here to make you understand this is the position 0 only, that you have to remember to remind the term. That's why I'm writing this is the 0 position, this is 1 position, this is 2 position. That's why I'm writing to make you understand. Okay, by default it internally it will take the position starting from 0, that we know already. Index whatever we can give, but always the concept is starting from 0. Okay, so in the same way, again let me print. If we write here, again I'm printing here one thing, s of 0 colon. So it will start from the very 0th index. So it is not 0th index, 0th position, because the first element is in the 0 position in this way. Okay, this is the case. It will not go as per index, but in case of array, it will always go as per index. So here is the main difference. Now, let me use the 2 value. For example, if we write here 0 colon 4, normal way means 0 2 4 minus 1 3. So which is the 0 position? This is the 0th position, and 4th position is what? If it is 0, it is 1, it is 2, it is 3, it is 4. So 4 minus 1 3. So up to 7. It will show up to 7. This also you can remember whenever we are using a particular range type. In that case, it will show in this way. I guess this point is clear. Different type. Always just we have to remember one point, that in case of series, when we are indexing, it will not index as per index. It will not do the things as per index. It will simply do the things as per the position, and position by default whatever you take as index, it will start from 0 position. It will show the first element as 0 position. So this point always we have to remember. Even here, if we use simply any just like if we use here any position out of this range, for example, if we use here, for example, 10 position, say 10 position is not there, simply in that case it will create one empty series. It will create one empty series. This is the concept. In this case, it will create empty series because we can see here only 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 up to 5 position elements are there. So that's why it is giving us empty series. It cannot slice any object. It will not be possible because up to 10th position there is no element is there. So up to 10th position there is no element is there. If we use a S of 10, so in that case there empty series. Why empty series it is giving? Empty series because no, because position is up to it only for the above series. This is the for the above series. This is the cause. That's why it is producing empty series. So even here also one another point, that is the negative version also you can use. I think this point up to this part is clear. Up to this part is clear. So I'm just moving to the next point, that is using the 3 point. 3 point means start, stop, and step, that we know. Now here I'm writing one example. I'm starting from the very 0th position. I will move up to the 6th position, means up to 2, and I will display in a gap of 2. So here we can see 4, 6, 8. You can see this element becomes the answer. Then one gap of this element becomes the answer, and another gap this element becomes the answer. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, now let me take few more examples. S of, we use colon space another colon. Now if you use -1, what will be the answer? It is very interesting one. It will simply reverse the series. That this type of things example also we have done in case of array. Whenever we are using this negative series indexing or negative position indexing, in that case it will simply reverse the series. It will simply reverse the series. Printing reverse order. In reverse order. Printing in reverse order. But in case of array, one difference was there. So let me again take the array example. What was my array name? Our array name was A. Let me show you once again here. If we use here A, and here I'm taking slicing as colon space -1. So it's showing like 98 in this way. It is showing in the reverse order. Okay, because I'm giving here starting from -1. Step 1. Left side, from right to left it is showing. Okay, so this is the second version. Now we'll simply create one program using this. So write the program. One program will do now. Writing also. Consider a series object. Consider a series object. Any series name you can give S that stores the number of students in each class, in each section of class 12. So how we can create a series? Simply you have to now more question is there. Suppose here it is given as per this order. The section A, for example, section A has 50 student, 50. Section B has 46 student. Section C has 51 student, and section B has 60 student. So these are the things. Now first two section. Now write more question. First two sections have been given a task. Have been given a task of selling tickets. Of selling tickets rupees 100 per ticket per ticket as part of social social experiment. Right, go to right, go to how much they have collected. How much they have collected. So this is our question. So how we can do these things? How simply we can do these things. So this is our series normally. So first of all, let's create the program. First of all, we have to create the series, the import pandas. Oh, sorry, that we have already done. That's simply we have to write. Then we have to create the series. For example, S is my series name. S equals to pt dot series. Where this value we have used. What are the values? Section 50, 46, 51, 60. So values are 50, 46, 51, 60. And section are, for example, I'm taking section index as section. So here I'm taking A section, comma B section, comma C section, comma D section. Fourth section I'm taking. Now if we display the series, it will look like this. Now it has been asked that first two section have been given a task of selling 100 per ticket. So what we can do? So we can simply display one thing, just like simply we can write print the ticket amount. That will be one heading. Here is the ticket amount. It will be displayed in this way. So first it will show, then what it will give. We are printing here S. This is our series name, and only first two section I want to sell the ticket. So that's why I'm writing first two section up to 2. So here we can mention 0 colon 2 also, 0 colon 2, and each value should be multiplied with 100. Each value should be multiplied with 100. So you can see here it has value 50, here it has value 50, and here it is value 46. So each value is multiplied with 100, means each student has sold 100 tickets. So I guess this problem is clear to everybody. The answer of this question will be this one. I'm just writing here, So here it is between the script mode. It will look like this only. Import Pandas as PT, and after that ticket amount it is displaying. This part will be displayed at the last when you run the project. And so here it will display. It will look like this. Is this question clear? Okay, so today I'm just ending the things here only. Tomorrow we'll discuss further. So if any question is there, let me know. If any question is there, ask. Okay. Thank you, student.